Hello again, everyone. Mark Macomb, Macomb County Executive. Just giving you an update of what's going on with the COVID crisis here in Macomb County. My counterpart, John Paul Ray, isn't here today. But he's off-site tending to another matter that's COVID related. Not a major crisis, but sometimes we pull our staff or reallocate our staff for different things, and he's going to be tending to that. So with that, I'm going to give you the update on the numbers here in Macomb County. Right now, the positive cases in Macomb County, 5,440, and the deaths are 584. Very unfortunate, the fact that people are getting it, but even more unfortunate that people are dying as a result of this virus. So 584 is our number. Nationally, we have gone over 1 million cases now where people have tested positive, and over 58,000 people have died as a result of that here in our nation or our country. So again, our thoughts and prayers with those that have passed, as well as their family members. This is a real issue. It is a concern. Albeit we're starting to see the numbers kind of flatten out here in Macomb County. That's a good sign even within the state. So there's going to be new direction given on behalf of the governor to try to figure out how do we start easing back into the economy, which is the other concern that we're seeing. Obviously health and life is number one, but the economy has brought about a lot of tension, a lot of concern, even the financial side of that. So I think you're going to find later this week the governor's probably going to be easing into a few more different, areas of the economy where people are going to be able to go back to work, but leave that to her to make that decision. And I think we may be hearing something about that come Friday. With that being said, we're fortunate. Our health department is doing some incredible work right now of trying to get the word out to people, and we're calling it this, answer the call. Our health department here in Macomb County, along with the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, are going to be calling people, and they have been, and they're doing what's called this contact tracing. And basically, they got people that are like detectives that are working in our health department, trying to make sure that when we get a test positive case come our way, we know who that person is. We're calling them to get some information from them, maybe find out who their contacts were, and then calling those people that they may have had contact with. The whole purpose of that is finding out a little bit about the person's symptoms, their health status, what's going on with them at this point in time, give them a little bit of advice and information as to what to do, but also find out who they may have come in contact with, as well as maybe places they have gone. That's basically the information that we're looking for. And unfortunately, I know, and even back in my former life as a sheriff, there are people out there that sometimes want to scam, and they'll take advantage of this, and they may call you portraying to be somebody from the health department. What you need to realize is we're not going to ask for anything that's kind of a financial question to you, whether it's your social security number, your driver's license, your bank account information, or even ask you about whether you have Medicaid or insurance for your health insurance. We're not going to ask those questions. So somebody may ask you that, and if they do, that is not somebody from a health department, either from us or the state. So how do you know? Well, the simplest way is if you're starting to feel uncomfortable and you don't really like where the conversation's going, what you need to do is just kind of maybe say, end the call and call back what I call our safe number. There's a number that we have, and I'm going to put it up on the screen for you here. It's 586-463-3750. The number again, 586-463-3750. So again, we don't want you to ignore the call, because this is important for us to try to figure out how do we minimize the spread of this virus within our county. And it is important that you do talk to our health officials and or the health officials from the state. So we appreciate your cooperation and understand that those calls will be taking place. Usually we're going to be calling Monday through Friday, 8:30 in the morning till 5 p.m. That's the limit of the time that we actually will call in. So if somebody's calling you on a weekend or at a different time zone, that too can be an indication of a potential scam coming your way. So we also got word that we got a great donation from the Community Foundation for Southeast Michigan, gave us $25,000. They really do step up and are concerned about the issues going on in the community, in particular this issue with the COVID virus. Bill Rodella from our health department was very thankful, and as well as myself and people within the county here, because it's going to help us out tremendously with staffing, supplies, and even some of the equipment necessary, not only internally, but even externally. So we can't thank them enough. We appreciate their support and what they've done. On that note, I do have to thank the media. I don't think often enough they get the credit for the work that they do, whether it's the print media, our radio, and obviously television media. They help us get the word out. And interesting enough, the tension sometimes with all of this, crisis going on, we're inundated, with the problem, with the concern that we're seeing, with the number of deaths and everything. So you know, sometimes you find a story or two that kind of lighten it up a little bit. One that I offer up to an opportunity, go to WDIV, Channel 4. Last couple of days we had some great weather, and with that being said, there were a lot of people out and about, myself included, later in the evening, out on the trails, just kind of enjoying, you know, the day. But we've got a great story to tell here in Macomb County in Southeast Michigan, with all the amenities we have with outdoor recreational opportunities. And Tim Pompa, he did a great story for us here in Macomb County. And it was one that was featured on WDIV last night, so you might be able to find it on their website. And it kind of talked about the beauty that's going on in Southeast Michigan, in particular in Macomb County. He had a visual of people that were out there picnicking, people that were out there kayaking, fishing, just recreating in different areas by biking and hiking. If you see this, it really kind of brings you back to, okay, we're going to get through this. Things are going to be okay. And it really made you feel a little bit more comfortable about, you know, the day is going to come where some of this is going to break free, and we're going to be able to enjoy, you know, life as it somewhat was, you know, before. Because during those last 2 days of great weather, boy, you could see that people were really lighting up and enjoying it. And you're going to get that visual aspect from his particular reporting. So Tim, thanks again for what you did and getting the word out about some of the things that are happening in Macomb County in light of this crisis that we're having. Also, my friends at the Macomb Daily, they've given me an opportunity to kind of, I guess, expand my vocabulary. They came up with a terminology in the Macomb Daily, which I had to talk to our communications expert, Dan Heaton, to find out exactly what does this word mean. We call it heatonism. This word here, flotsam, I was trying to figure out what that meant. Hackle expects virus flotsam. And so we had to kind of get that word out from, I guess, a prior video as to what does that really mean. I guess there's a difference between flotsam and jetsam. And so I'm going to try to do the best I can based upon what Dan had educated me on. And flotsam is something basically when there's a shipwreck, it's the debris that kind of floats out there after the wreckage. Jetsam is something when you feel like, you know what, the ship is sinking, you need to start discarding things overboard. Those things that are being discarded overboard are what's called jetsam. So with that being said, I'm still not sure exactly how it pertained to the concerns that we're seeing here with you know, the problems that we're having. But I guess to summarize it the best I can is I think what we're trying to get to is there is a tremendous impact this is having on people's lives. Obviously, the life issue, health and safety of people and people dying as a result of it, the emotional impact of what's going on right now, the economic impact of what's going to be happening, even the fallout from this as we move forward. So there's no question, this is somewhat like a shipwreck. You know, and to credit of Mitch Hotz and Macomb Daily, as I read through it, I understand exactly what they're saying now. It looks like, you know, this ship has sunk because of the challenges we've seen with this coronavirus. But with that being said, there's going to be a lot of things that are still out there, that are still, you know, us to salvage, and it's going to happen. That day is going to come, and the question is, you know, how do we wrap our arms around that and make sense of it, and you know, start working towards a brighter day. And I think that's what challenges do. They create an opportunity for us to unite and an opportunity for us to see a better day and to move forward. And I think we're starting to come together as a result of that. So with that being said, I once again want to thank our media partners for once again helping us get the word out and trying to do it sometimes in creative wording or from a visual aspect. You know what, Macomb County is going to get through this, and I think you're going to find that in Southeast Michigan, even in the state, and it's a credit to a lot of people that really want to step up to try to be part of the solution. So with that being said, I just wanted to give you a quick update on what's going on here in Macomb County, and you know, again, log on to macombgov.org for all the information you need about what's going on with this crisis. And I remind you once again to keep yourself and your family safe.